Okay, hi YouTube, it's Alejandro, and this time I'm back with another toy review. I've done Transformers and I've done Power Rangers, but now this time I'm going to be doing something a little different. This time I'm going to be looking at the Digimon Fusion, Shoutmon, Ballistamon, and Dorulumon combining figures. Now I will take a look at each of them individually, starting with Shoutmon. Yeah, in case you didn't know, I'm a bit of a Digimon fan. I got these for Christmas. Got Shoutmon and Ballistamon for Christmas. Got Dorulumon about a little bit later. Got them all off Amazon. Anyway, real quick. Included with each of the figures comes these card things. Got the Shoutmon with Star Sword, the Ballistamon, and the Dorulumon card. So yeah, they all have interesting, cool artwork for the characters, and on the back they're all the same, with the Digimon Fusion logo. Yeah, these are meant to be used for play with the Fusion Loader roleplay toy, but I do not have that. Honestly, when I bought these, I didn't really care about the cards, I only really wanted the figures. These, it's a nice bonus, I guess, but I didn't really need them. Now, looking onto the figures themselves. First off, starting with Shoutmon. It's got some gray coloring on the feet. It's got 3 fingers on each hand, 2 on up top, 1 on below, and kind of like a claw sort of shape. It's got white on the arms, white here on the feet, white on the chest, white on the other arm, and his whole sword is white, but I'll get into that later. Then right here, for more white, if you'll notice, it looks like he's wearing headphones, and I think that's kind of the point. He's got some grayish right here, some green. It's also got molded an arrow for the headphones. It's got white on the other side, same right there, and his whole body is mostly red. If you'll notice, he has like a molded in mouth. It doesn't open up or anything, so he can't show teeth, but it is molded in with these triangles, showing that this is the top part of his mouth. And yeah, next he also, this isn't like, if you'll pay close attention, this isn't like his regular stomach. It's like armor plating, because it has like screws and stuff attached. Same for the bottom. And for the head, it's got a pointed nose. It's got these. It has a V-shaped forehead. So those are like its horns. It's supposed to be a Dragon-type Digimon, and that's cool. It's small, but Dragon-type. It's got spikes on the back of the head, and even has a little bitty tail. Now for articulation, the arm goes all the way back, goes all the way forward, but doesn't have like any up or down movement. It goes back and forward, because, well, real quick thing to mention off, all these figures are like build kit figures, where when you open them in the box, they're like on several multiple pieces where you could just build them. And that's basically the main gimmick of this line of figures. They're just, you disassemble them and you can reattach them any way you want for customization and stuff. So how they're attached is, for some reason, they're attached through the back. I don't know why, but they just are, so it moves back and forward. The head is just this big hole, and there's this ball joint right here where it just connects, and it moves 360, whole 360 degrees. Now for the feet, they move like this. They can turn, even the knee, I mean like even the leg, not just the foot. They're like connected, so. And I can do this. The tail is stuck, so there's no movement for that. Now looking to the eyes, I really like the nice painted detail for the eyes, with the white, the blue, the black, and the white shining pupil thing. I mean, I don't know what you would call that. Now on for his sword accessory, which is supposed to be made of Starmon and a bunch of Pigmons. So yeah, it's all just done a solid white color, which isn't really accurate. I mean, the Pigmon are like gray, and Starmon's supposed to be gold. And when they all combine, they like light up on fire, but I mean, for what it is, it's okay. I mean, I don't really mind it. And so now, how it works with Shoutmon is that it can peg into either hand. Now, there's no like hole on his hand or anything, so what you do is, as you can see, there are 2 fingers right here on this side and 1 on here. You just line it up so it goes in between these 3. Just like that. Goes right in between this and these 2, like that. So yeah, he has a weapon, which is accurate. He does use this sometimes in the show. Now, next up is Ballistamon. He's got nice shiny, if you'll notice, it's nice shiny silver arms. Like ring pieces around his arms. It's got the same kind of shiny gray plastic used for like his mouth. He's a robot type Digimon, and his legs are blue, main body's blue. He's got these yellow pipes right here. It's got red right here, blue there. It's got some white on the head, all the way around. It's got a dull blue colored eyes, and yes, it's got some white right here on the shoulders. And what else? For some reason, the horn is detachable. This doesn't really connect to anything, but it's detachable. And if you'll also notice on the head right here, it says, it actually has like these marks on it, made in China and blah blah blah. It's actually literally right there on top of the head. So for this figure's articulation, its arms go all the way around. And since this is another ball joint for the arms connected to the shoulders, it can go in and out. The arms can rotate themselves, except since this piece of the arm kind of bugs into there. I mean, it can rotate, but a decent amount. Same for the other side. The legs, they have full rotation. They can go a little forward, a little back. And for the head, it can look up, look down, and rotate all the way. And yeah, its eyes are done in a kind of dull, sort of yellow. It might look better up on camera than it does, but yeah. It's a really cool Ballistamon figure. And now for quick comparison, next to the Shoutmon figure, as you can see, Shoutmon's actually a little bit bigger, which for scale, it's actually not accurate, but you know, it's a bigger Shoutmon figure, and it kind of has to be for the combination, which after I review these guys, I will get into. So right here, it's got the pipes. It's got some detail right here, there. It's got some white revealed underneath the head. And it's also got a little bit of detail right here on the horn, this line. So yeah, the horn's done fairly well. It's hollow on this side, but yeah, it's done fairly well for what it is. And okay, now moving on to the third figure in the lineup is Dorulumon. So his main color scheme consists of white, brown, and bits of gold here and there. Now for the paws, they're made of like the same shiny gray plastic that Ballistamon has on him. Same for the back and front toes. It's done in brown, and yeah, he's a 4-legged beast type Digimon. And his kind of theme is drills. As you can see, he's got gold drills right here on his back legs. They are slightly molded with the spinny bits. Has them right here too. Then right here is the head. It's got some molded in fur, shows you that he's all furry. It's got this right here, which I assume are headphones like Shoutmon. It's got molded in detail. It keeps on going, and right here is a horn, also done in gold, with swirls on it. Now for a better look at the face. As you can see, he's got his mouth, and he's even got a detailed fang right there. It's kind of like a wolf/dog. It's got black nose. Eyes are done in yellow. Eyes are fairly well detailed. Not perfect, but fairly well detailed. And right here, there's some molded in detail right here, which do kind of be, which if you haven't figured it out, they do become the feet for their fused form, which some people could say is like overly obvious, and yeah, it kind of is, but I mean, I think it's show accurate. I mean, these bits do look, in Dorulumon's regular form, these do look exactly like the feet for their combined form. And yeah, it's also got his long tail with a drill at the end. It's nice and molded, detailed. And yeah, there's that same shiny gray plastic right here. And it's all done in gold, the tail bit. It's nice and long. It's got more of that right here, the shiny gray. And on the bottom is actually the head for the combined form. And as you can see, it's mostly all hollow on the bottom too, but yeah, that's a thing. Now for this figure's movements, decent. The head, it's kind of stuck, because as you can see, this piece right here is in between the two legs. So it's kind of stuck. The head can't really move. But the feet have some good movement on them. This can go all the way. Can't really go out. And as for the back feet, well, it goes all the way. It can actually move like this because of how the ball joint is connected. Outward like that. And the foot piece for the back legs, the foot piece is actually a separate piece. If you'll notice, it's also on a ball joint, which you can move however you want. And for its last part of articulation is its best point, actually. It's the tail, which has 1, 2, 3, 4 parts that are connected through ball joints. So the tail has all kinds of crazy movement to it. You can move it right here, move it right here, and move it right here, and right there. So yeah. It's kind of like a scorpion tail. You can make it go all the way forward, giving him his signature drill look, or have it all the way back, or in a certain pose. But yeah, each of these figures are okay by themselves, but as per their customization, you can take them apart and form their combined form. So I'll be showing that off right now. Okay, so first off, you take Shoutmon. All you need from him is the V-shaped headpiece. You take it off. There's a ball joint right here. It connects through there. So you take that off. And yeah, it doesn't look that great anymore. Then you take the sword and move those to the side for now. And as for the rest of the Shoutmon, well, unfortunately, you do not use him anymore. That's about all you use for him. Now, moving on to the Ballistamon. Now, you take his head off. You still use that piece. Then you remove the arms. And you rotate the shoulders upward like this, and this where the head used to be becomes the new chest. Then you have to line up the legs like this in this specific way, and they kind of form like the back pieces. And yeah, and this right here, which is supposed to be Ballistamon's back, becomes like the sort of collar, and this ball joint on the back is supposed to be where you connect the head. Now, for Dorulumon, you basically take the guy completely apart. So, you take away part the head. Give me a second. There. And you remove the head, which is on a ball joint down here. Give me a second. There. Remove the head. Save that for later. Got the Dorulumon head. Then you take these pieces off, the back feet. And you disconnect these other foot pieces. Now you use every single piece for Dorulumon in the combination except these extra 2 foot back feet pieces. These and the rest of Shoutmon are the only pieces you do not use for the combination. So for me, when I put this guy up on my shelf, I just basically put these pieces on a cabinet I have where I don't really use them. So then you take these feet right here off also. Comes off, just give me it. There we go. Comes off like that. There. Then you separate the tail. And there's a bottom piece right here which kind of connects it all together. Now for the legs themselves, as you can see there's a ball joint right here, but the ball joint actually splits. As you can see, what connects these two is the peg and hole right here that make up the ball joint. And right here is 2 lines with a gap in the middle and 1 line, and yeah, they just kind of line up. So you separate these and they become the legs. And what you do is you separate this. Now, what you do for the tail is there are these 3 pieces. You separate 2 of them like this and keep one attached to the drill. And you basically have all the pieces to make Shoutmon times 4. Times 4 because it combines Shoutmon, Ballistamon, Dorulumon, and, well, that would give you Shoutmon times 3, but it's times 4 because it combines Starmon with the Pikmons, which is, in this case, just a sword. So, let's start with the waist. You take this, where is it? Right, starting off with this piece. This is, this piece is what connects to the, right here, which is supposed to be the chest for Ballistamon, becomes the piece that connects right here. It connects like so. There. And this piece is where you connect the tail, which is shortened, but the combined form does have a tail, like that. Now for the legs. Okay, let's see. Right. Okay, so for each leg, you connect them. As you can see, there's a hole right here, and there's the ball joint right there that you connect them, like that. And then you just rotate, and you get a leg like that. And then there's another thing you do. For some stability, you take one of the front legs and you actually plug it into the back. There's, let me see, yeah. So how it connects is you line up the ball joint with this curve right here, and you push the foot in down here. So yeah, basically you have this ball joint facing the opposite direction of this ball joint. Just give me a second. I know I can get this on right. But no. Just hang on, I'll be back 1 second. Okay, I'm back, and so it is now properly connected like this. So that basically gives you the leg, the top of the leg itself, and some back support for the leg. Now you do the same for the other leg as well. Take this piece, connect like that, and yeah. Now you take the other leg and just line it up with the ball joint, make sure it's facing the other side, and there. Now you have both the legs. Now what you do next is you take them from right here and connect it to the ball joints of the waist piece. Just rotate it forward. Just same for the other. Move it forward, and just try to straighten this guy out. Okay, next we get to reattach the Ballistamon arms. So what you do is you take these pieces that were part of Dorulumon's tail and you attach them, like so. What they basically do is act as extenders to make the arms longer. Then you reattach, and you get longer arms. Do the same for the other one. Like that. And it just gets connected like that. Now remember to keep in mind that the arms are left and right specific. You can tell because of which direction the thumbs are. Okay, what's next? Yeah, I guess we basically get on to the fun parts. Just where we basically take in all the remaining pieces. Now there's a ball joint right here, right there, and right there. Now what you do is basically you connect the main pieces from each of the Digimon. Let's go with this piece first. Ballistamon's head. It gets connected onto right here. So it becomes a shoulder head. Like so. Just blow it down like that. Then on this ball joint, you connect it to this right here for Dorulumon's head, which I will do. There. And Dorulumon's also becomes a head shoulder. Next, you take the Shoutmon V shaped, which gives you the main chest. You just connect it like so, and there. And since the ball joint's red, even though it has this, you know, like gap right here, it just blends in well because the ball joint's also red. Now, second last step, you take the head. It's got that right there, which connects to this ball joint right here. And there you go. Got the head. So right now in this current form, it is technically, let me just lift up the camera so you can see it better. So now in this current form, it is Shoutmon times 3. But for some reason, by attaching a simple weapon, it becomes times 4. Yeah, so yeah, there's a hole right here in the Ballistamon arm, so you can attach the Star Sword to either arm, does not matter. But this is the official way to do it. You just slide it in like that. And yeah, Shoutmon times 4. Good to go. So yeah, it's really cool because it's got these really cool detailed feet pieces with the lines, and the brown is like shaped like flames. The knees also have that nice shiny silver-ish paint. It's got the cool golden drills. It also has a little bitty tail at the end. It's small, but it's still there. It's got the front pieces of Dorulumon to add some stability. It's got the nice shaped arms from Ballistamon, and they do get cool extensions. Now, basically the two main heads become shoulder heads. It's got the awesome V shape for Shoutmon to make up chest. It's got the really cool long sword and the back. Now, to look into one thing that we didn't do before is look at a closer look at the head. If I can just adjust the camera. Okay, I'll just stabilize the figure and adjust the camera then. Yeah, as you can see, he has like detailed teeth pieces and this back piece that's kind of like a, I don't know, like some sort of samurai helmet thing. It's got these gold-colored dun horns. And I really like the detail on the helmet. The only thing that I really don't like is the eyes. I mean, the eyes are like done mainly in just red. Pure red. I really feel like they could have done I could have done a little bit more detail for the eyes, like why couldn't they make the eyes more detailed like the Shoutmon eyes? I mean, these are really well done. Wish they could have done it for the Shoutmon times 4 mode eyes. And yeah, this figure is really amazing. It's because of all the ball joints, it's got ridiculous articulation. Its feet go forward all the way, it's even got like knee movement, so he can like squat, I guess, if you wanted him to. He's squatting. They go out and they can go like this just because of how they're connected. The arms have great movement as well. Still have a full 360. And they go forward and back because of the extension piece. You can even move the... Now, the head is also movable. Since it's on a ball joint, it's got full 360 rotation. It can go look up and go back down. And the heads are adjustable however you want. And yeah, I mean, I really like this figure. I mean, the only downsides about it are that you do have some leftover pieces. You got these two Dorulumon feet, which have nowhere to go. I mean, you could, like, for example, you could just, I don't know, attach them to these ball joints right here on the legs. An option. And then you have this almost complete Shoutmon figure. I mean, I like that it's almost complete, except it just really looks weird without the V on the head. I mean, I wouldn't mind it without the sword, because then it would just be Shoutmon, but I just put it up in a cabinet somewhere, because with, like, my instructions for stuff and stuff. So yeah, this figure comes with instructions. Each of them come with instructions on how to assemble them, and at the bottom of the instructions, they all show off how to make the combined mode. Now, the combined mode is awesome. Is it the best Shoutmon x4 figure ever? No, not really. I mean, I really like the figure. It's got great movement, and it's done very well. I mean, honestly, because of the two heads, to be honest, for some reason, it just reminds me of a Megazord. I mean, that's what it mostly reminds me of. And the head, it reminds me of Omnimon, or Omegamon, if you're, like, from Japan or something. But, yeah, I mean, if you want to know, like, just how big this guy is, he's about in between the size of a Megazord and a Transformer Deluxe / Warrior class figure. So, he's around 6 inches. He's fairly big, but, you know, oh, and real quick, he also has waist movement, so you can, like, rotate his whole body. You can have, like, his top half backwards. You can make it go backwards like this, or you can have it go forwards. You can, like, have him bow or something, or make it go back like he's stretching his back. So, yeah, it's also got good waist movement. So, yeah, like I was saying, each of these figures are available separately on Amazon. They're like from $8 to $15 each. So that's like around $30 for all 3 of them. And to get this figure, yeah, I mean, I think it's worth a pretty decent price. I mean, it depends. I will have a link to all 3 separate figures in the description if you are interested in picking these up for yourself. And yeah, like I was saying, is it the best figure ever? No, I mean, there's always room for improvement. I really do like it. I mean, the only thing that I don't like about it is the extra pieces and the fact that I really wish it could have done the eyes better for the combined head. That and how few figures there were in the line for this series. I mean, there were only 5 figures in total, 5. These 3 and for Team Blue Flare, which was like the rival team, they had Greymon and Melbergermon, which combined to make Melogreymon. But I really wish they'd done more figures. Like, would it have killed them to have made a Sparamon? Because I really would have loved to have Sparamon so I can upgrade him even further to Shoutmon x5. But, I mean, I don't own Melbergermon or Greymon, and I hope to own them eventually. If I do, I will do a review on them. But I guess, I mean, for the Shoutmon x5 thing, if you wanted, you could just attach Melbergermon's wings and pretend it's Shoutmon x5. You can pretend it even more if you just painted the wings gold. But yeah, I mean, it's a really good figure. I do recommend picking each of these up. I mean, if you have a specific favorite one, just pick it up and not the others. It's up to you, really. I mean, this is the official combination, but there is a few options you can do. I mean, you can rearrange some parts and stuff. It's up to you, really. And yeah, I really like this figure. For me personally, I'm going to display it in combined mode. I like it. But yeah, it's a great figure all in all. Pick it up for yourself if you want one. Links in the description for all 3 of them will be available on Amazon. So yeah, this is Alejandro, and this is my review for the Digimon Fusion Shoutmon, Ballistamon, and Dorulumon figures. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I will try to have more Digimon reviews later on if I can. And I will continue to also do Transformers and Rangers stuff as well. And maybe eventually some gameplay walkthroughs or something. So yeah, if you enjoy this, please subscribe. I really would help out the channel, and I would really appreciate it. I need as much help as I can get. And yeah, thumbs up if you like it, and share with your friends. It would really help me if you would spread the word about my channel. So yeah, thank you for watching. This has been Alejandro, and I've been reviewing these Digimon Fusion figures. So thank you for watching, and goodbye, I guess.